Hi, my name is Joey Finrow, and I'm a real estate agent here in Orange County, California. I wanted to make a quick little video for buyers that are looking to relocate to South Orange County and they're considering which area, which city to purchase. Now, Orange County, if you're coming from out of state, I'm actually originally from Seattle, Washington, just about 45 minutes north of Seattle. But I've been in California almost 20 years now. And Orange County it's unique to California. Most of California is not like Orange County. Orange County is very unique, and there's a lot of just benefits, and all the communities are super nice here. The beaches, average price point is much higher than the average in California. But coming from out of state, there's a couple things I wish I knew before moving here to Southern California. And if you are looking to relocate or come back to Southern California, I wanted to go through a couple cities that I wish I would have looked at sooner before moving here. Now, a lot of people think when they move to Orange County, especially if you're getting in more of a tech and high paying job, a lot of people just look at Irvine. Now, Irvine is a great community, a great city. My office is in Irvine. I'm leaving Irvine right now to go back to where I live. It's nice. However, I wanted to go through a couple other cities that I think might make a great second or third option for you to consider. Now, if you're really sold on Irvine, maybe you have family that live in Irvine, or you have other coworkers that live in Irvine, I'm not saying stop looking at Irvine. I'm just saying it would be of interest and of value to you to have a second or third city to look at, because maybe it might make you fall in love with Irvine even more and maybe think that Irvine is really the place to be. I tend to think that some of these other cities I'm about to go through, it might make you reconsider Irvine and take a look at these cities. Now, the cities that I'm thinking of for you is South Orange County, and it's gonna be Rancho Santa Margarita and Coto de Caza. Now, there's a couple neighborhoods in Rancho Santa Margarita that I'm gonna go through, one of them being Dove Canyon, and then one of them being Robinson Ranch, and then also Coto de Caza. Those three areas I would highly recommend. If you have the Irvine budget, if you bring that to either of those three locations. Those three are unique in of itself. I'll go through those so you can kind of see the differences between the three. However, those are those are cities that I would highly consider as a second or third option compared to Irvine, because earlier today I was just showing new construction homes in Irvine for $6 million, and it was like 4,300 square feet, 4 or 5 bedrooms, for $6 million. And that's great. I have certain buyers that they have to have new construction and they want this particular area in Irvine of Orchard Hills, and they want a Toll Brother. They have very specific requirements, and that's fine. I'll sell you it. I'm more than happy to sell you that. But even with half that budget, 3 to 6 million, if you brought that to Coto de Caza, you could get, if you wanted, 6 to 8, 9,000 square foot home with up to 2 acres, 2 gates, a gated community in Coto, and then you could have another gate going to your property. And the peacefulness, I would say the reason why to consider Rancho Santa Margarita and Coto is because I work with a lot of entrepreneurs or just high income producing clients, and they're super busy at work. And the positive feedback that I get from them is that when they do make the move to Rancho Santa Margarita and Coto de Caza, is the peacefulness when they get home as they drive on the toll roads. First of all, there's no traffic driving back home to Rancho Santa Margarita and Coto de Caza. There's no traffic, and just the quiet and peacefulness. There is so much congestion and traffic in Irvine. And you go to a Target or you go to a grocery store, or there's just so many people, and there's a reason for that. Irvine is great. I have nothing against Irvine. I work in Irvine. I've worked in Irvine for 16, 17 years. So Irvine is great. But now I am 36, almost 37 years old. I have 2 kids and a third on the way. I'm very busy just being an entrepreneur with real estate sales and also being a real estate investor, having 10 rental units, hopefully another 4 more in the next 6 to 12 months. I'm busy and I run 2 different businesses. So when I go home, I want to be in a quiet and safe location and also something that's family friendly. So not only is it safe, it's quiet. There's a lot of kids and families out there if you have kids or families. And even if you don't, you want to live in a quiet and peaceful neighborhood and city. When you come back home, that it's not extremely loud. You don't hear sirens. There's just not a lot of foot traffic. But it only takes me less than 25 minutes to get to my office in Irvine. So that being said, I would highly recommend Rancho Santa Margarita, Coto de Caza, Canyon, and Robinson Ranch. Those are the ones in Rancho Santa Margarita. And there's plenty of food and shopping and grocery stores. There's toll roads that get you home very quickly. And it's a family community. There's a reason why so many families live out there. And especially if you work from home, you get more bang for your buck. The safety, the school districts, and it almost has a little bit of that small town feel where you run into, when you go to Target, occasionally you see your neighbor or your friend in the community. It has that type of feel, which is unique, especially as you're starting a family or you have a family. It's nice to have that. But focusing on starting at Coto de Caza, so if you bring your Irvine budget to Coto, you would have a very nice home with a pool, with a yard, just a very impressive and excellent home with that budget. Coto has families. The whole community is gated. There are 2 golf courses inside Coto de Caza. It's a private country club, private golf course. They have a social membership. There's also a private tennis club inside Coto. Dove Canyon does not have that. And lastly, on Coto, one of the selling points, it is an equestrian community. So there's horse properties. There's also stables that you can board your horse at the stables in Coto. And just the history. As you drive through Coto, it's just a very nice and elegant feel and classy feel. White picket fence throughout the whole flippin' community. And it is just a very nice and luxurious place. And so if you have the money to go to Coto, they're not making properties like Coto anymore. With all the space and how nice and upkept the overall community is, it's definitely a good option. Now, moving downwards to Dove Canyon. Dove Canyon is a gated community. Homes can range there from 1.5 to 2.5. So there is a little bit of a range. In Coto, single family homes can range from 1.7 up to, right now there's actually a home for sale for 60 million, but normally it's 1.75 to 15 million. It can range there just depending on some of the custom estates there. But in Dove, we can go from 1.5 to 2.5. It is a gated community, 24-hour guard gated community. There is a private country club, private golf course, 1 golf course, and there's a lot of families in Dove. I actually live in Dove Canyon. It's a beautiful neighborhood, very nice gate as you drive up, and there's a lot of families. There's a big pool for everybody. Coto de Caza, you would need to pay for a social membership to utilize the community pool, whereas Dove Canyon and Robinson Ranch, you do not. That's included in the HOA. Dove Canyon is a very nice neighborhood. It is very quiet, deer and a lot of wildlife throughout the neighborhood. It's tucked in the hills, so you do see some rolling hills like you would in Paso Robles or Santa Maria, that rolling hills. It's nice. It's tucked close to Saddleback Mountain, so you have views of Saddleback Mountain. And it's a very peaceful and quiet and just a lovely place to live. Honestly, it is a privilege to live there. So that's Dove Canyon. That's an option I would highly recommend taking a look at. Square footage wise, homes can range from 1,500 square feet to almost 4,500 square feet. Okay. Lastly, wrapping up with Robinson Ranch. Robinson Ranch is a really good option. There's actually even more families that live in Robinson Ranch. Robinson is not gated, so if for some reason having a gate is very important to you. Robinson Ranch does not have that. Robinson is still very safe. It's a great family neighborhood. They have great homes there that can range from about 1,500 square feet, again, up to just over square feet. That's Robinson Ranch. Homes there can range, and then this is in 2026, from 1.4 to a little over 2 million, 2.1, 2.125. That is Robinson Ranch. Now, Irvine and Rancho Santa Margarita and Coto, they are different. If you're used to being in Irvine and centralized, Rancho Santa Margarita and Coto de Caza is a little bit further away. Right now, I'm on the toll road. I'm driving home on the toll road. I can get to my neighborhood in Dove Canyon in just under 25 minutes, mainly because I have no traffic. I'm on cruise control, just literally cruising home with no traffic. And the selling point is peace. It's a great family neighborhood, kids riding their bikes in the neighborhood. And in Rancho Santa Margarita, I know I've talked more about the neighborhoods there, but there's a lake in RSM. It's a mile-long walk around the perimeter of the lake. There's a couple restaurants on the lake there. We have great restaurants. We have great shopping and grocery stores, many options. So we have a Lowe's, not a Home Depot, but a Lowe's up here, Trader Joe's, Target, Pavilions, Ralph's, Smart & Final, a lot of restaurants and coffee shops. It's just a convenient city and town to live. Huge 4th of July show, and it's a really cool place to live. I just wanted to give a little bit more details and context of the difference between Irvine and Rancho Santa Margarita, and if you're looking to relocate and you wanted maybe a community similar to where you're from or where you're coming from, Rancho Santa Margarita, Dove Canyon, Coto de Caza, Robinson Ranch, I highly recommend going there. Since we've lived in Rancho Santa Margarita and in Dove Canyon, we have made so many close friends in this neighborhood that have kids, either go to church together or just in the community together. And we see them throughout the week as we bop around the community and at the pool or at the grocery store, Target. You know, we have a sense of community because, honestly, it's because of where you live. I think in Irvine, it can be a little bit difficult to have that. And so if a sense of community is important to you, and honestly, I think that's important for everybody, I really do, I would highly recommend South Orange County and specifically Rancho Santa Margarita. Again, my name is Joey Finrow. I am a local real estate agent in Orange County, specifically in Rancho Santa Margarita. I live in Dove Canyon. I'm also a real estate investor. I own 10 rental units. Again, hopefully 4 more within the next 6 months. And if you have any questions or would like my buyer or seller guide in Rancho Santa Margarita, if you're looking to relocate or looking to sell, comment below guide, either seller guide or buyer guide, and I am happy to send that to you. Again, like, subscribe, comment, share for more videos like this, and I will see you in the next video.